Here's something that blew my mind. Studies show that most women do not feel confident investing. But here's the thing. The women who do invest, they outperform men. And that is not just my opinion. That is backed by a 10-year study from Fidelity. So why aren't more women investing? Here's why. I truly believe that most women don't invest because they believe that they need thousands of dollars to get started. And you don't. This year, I finally started to invest with only $100 a month. And once I saw what that $100 can generate in the next 10 to 20 years, I then regretted not starting a lot sooner. So if you are a woman over 40 and you believe that you do not have enough to invest, stay with me. Let me start with why I waited so long, because I honestly think that a lot of you are in the same place as I was. I honestly believed that you needed to have a lot of money to start investing. I also did not understand the stock market, so I felt like it was too risky. I spent years telling myself that I will start when I have enough money. In addition to that, I didn't see anyone else in my circle investing, so I didn't think that it was as important as it really is. And then finally, I did not believe that $100 a month would make any difference. I honestly didn't. I thought that it was a little bit of money and it wouldn't be a big deal to wait later until I had a lot of money. However, once I did the math, that is when everything changed. And so that's why I want you to see it too. So now let's look at the math with just putting in $100 a month in index funds, because that is the strategy that I've been using for the entire year. All right. So with $100 a month, we are going to be looking at 8% return. Okay, that's the average return for the next 10 years. Roughly, you're looking at around $18,000 to $19,000. Now, I get what you're saying. That's not a lot of money, but just stay with me. So if you invest $100 a month in index funds at a 10% average return over the next 10 years, that's roughly going to be $20,000 to $21,000. Now, remember, we're talking about women over the age of 40 who are starting from zero. So if you have no money right now, I want you to start getting into a mindset of just having something. Those numbers can increase if you put in more money. All right. So now here's where it gets really exciting. So we're going to be looking at the next 20 years. So $100 a month for the next 20 years at 8% return, you're looking at $58,000 to $59,000. Now, do you see that jump? It has literally went up for an additional 10 years. Now, $100 a month at a 10% return for the next 20 years. Now that's roughly around $76,000. Now that is just from $100 a month. When I did the math, it blew my mind, because now I'm sitting here thinking, wow, I'm in my 40s. Had I started in my 20s, that 20 years, 25 years, how much money could I have had? And then in the next 20 years, because of compound interest, 40 years, how much money could I have had? So time is what matters. If you can do $200 a month, then guess what? Double those numbers. If you can do 300, 400, 500, that just keeps increasing. I am sharing with women over 40 who have not started to invest what you can do with as little as $100 a month. Start with where you are and increase your numbers as you go. Because here's the thing that I think people are missing, because I've been seeing comments where, it's too late, might as well just get a corporate job. Listen, I believe that if you have the right plan and strategy in place and you have multiple income streams coming in, you can make things happen quickly. It's really about prioritizing your money, and it's really about strategy. So if you can do $200 a month, double those numbers. You are looking at $117,000 to $153,000 in the next 20 years when we're looking at the numbers to double. I want you to keep in mind that past performance does not guarantee the future results, because the historical average for the S&P 500 over the last 30 years has been 8 to 10%. But again, that is just, let's just base it off of history. So what am I actually investing in? Because I'm definitely not investing in individual stocks, because I don't have time for that. I'm investing in index funds. So what is an index fund? Well, an index fund is pretty much a basket of companies bundled together. All right. So instead of investing in individual stocks and hoping that they do well, you are now investing in multiple companies at one time. And so the most popular index fund is the S&P 500, which pretty much bundles the top companies in America, 500 companies in America. And so we're talking about Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google. So when the market grows, your money actually grows with it. And that's the whole point. You pretty much invest, you set it, and you forget it. You're not checking it every day. You don't have to be an expert. You are just putting your money in there consistently and letting the time do the work for you. Now, I know what some of you guys may be thinking, because trust me, I've thought about it myself. Well, what if the market crashes? Honestly, after doing my research, the market is going to go up and down. That's inevitable. And historically, when the market has crashed, it has recovered over time. And I think that the people who lose are the ones who panic and pull their money out. And so if you can ride the wave and you are investing for the next 10 to 20 years, short-term dips are not going to really matter in the grand scheme of things. So I always hear this saying, time in the market beats timing the market. So it's about putting your money in there consistently and leaving your money in there. I'm not investing because I want my money to do something for me tomorrow. That is what my high yield savings account is for. It's for immediate money, emergencies, when things happen. So if anything does happen, right, I have an emergency fund to secure my future. However, my long-term growth strategy is putting my money in the market. So let me tie this back to where I started. Okay, 2 days ago, I shared with you I turned 45 with $10,000 to my name. Yesterday, I shared with you how I'm using a high yield savings account to build a safety net. And today, I shared with you how $100 a month invested in index fund can help you in retirement. Now, these aren't complicated strategies. They're simple ones that move over time. And I'm not trying to get rich. Here's the thing that I need people to understand. I am not trying to do this to get rich overnight. This is not the plan. The plan is just not to be broke at the age of 65. That's all. Right? So overall, if you are a woman over the age of 40 who's scared to invest, I get it. I was literally that person less than a year ago. Okay. But I started, and I'm sharing with you with as little as $100 a month. You can literally set yourself up for something bigger than where you are right now. And so you have to let go of the fear. If you want to build something, you have to drop that. I want you to go ahead and put in the comments and tell me, have you started? Are you going to start? And if so, how much money are you going to start with per month? I get it. You have to be vulnerable, and it's scary to be vulnerable and put it out there and tell people that, I've made a mistake. I've waited too long. I didn't know. I know I'm putting myself out there to get ridiculed, but I don't care because I believe in myself and I know that I'm going to make it. And at the end of the day, I want us to support each other. If you have not started, you have a support system. I'm going to go ahead and link my group, Building Wealth Over 40. If you want to join that free community where we're actually building and growing together, that is a place where I feel like it's a safe space for us to share and for us to really encourage one another. And I just launched a group and I'm excited to see where it grows to in the next few months, because I really believe that this is something that a lot of us need. If you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you. My name is Dupay Alaru, and this was your Daily Dose with Dupay. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you learned something from this video. Feel free to comment. Let's encourage one another. Let's keep it positive. And I just thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I wish you all a beautiful and blessed day.